Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 3, Episode 10, The Art of the Deal.
Welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm Miss Michael. I'll treat everything from the point of view of Penny. Left me as always.
It's Dasha. I watch everything from the point of view of Margo.
From me as always.
It's Colin. Watch everything from the point of view of High King Eliot, as always.
And right here, right now.
It's Brian. I watch as Quentin.
I don't get another 50-minute episode, so it's great.
Congratulations. You're back to being a normie.
I got a brisk 11.
Okay.
Brisk 11. I was shitting for 5, sitting for 5, starting
I had
strong.
like 8, so you still have the longest one here.
Yeah, congratulations. You still got to carry it.
I didn't get anything before the credits, but before we start,
before that,
actually, we
We
cannot
do
talk
have
about
stuff
this.
for the credits. We got
Business.
business.
So this Sunday, March 1st,
March 1st.
at 1 p.m.,
1 p.m.
we will have a live stream.
Sunday.
I don't know what we're going to watch. You're going to vote for it.
Yeah, we're back to doing an episode of a thing. Maybe we'll do a literature thing later, but right now we're going to do an episode of a thing
Yeah.
again.
So
We're bouncing all over the place.
vote
Yeah.
on patreon.com/popculturerollcall. And if you want to do suggestions for next month's, live stream, you can put it in the Discord or you can email it to us. But yeah, everybody can vote. So go ahead and vote, even if you're not a patron.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Jump
don't
on over
limit
there.
it to the continental United States.
Yeah, you just have to bring your own episode on Twitch.
That's true. 1 p.m. Central Time this coming Sunday, March 1st. Be there or still be yourself.
Yeah.
We don't define you. You define you.
Yeah, if you want to be a square, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a square.
Yeah.
I think.
This is
I
a-
kind of lost the thread
I've
on
heard
what
it's
square
hip to be
means.
square.
Is
I'm
it?
a rhombi.
You're a
Yeah.
rhombi? Everyone name your shape.
This is how you know we're old.
Yeah.
All right.
I have stuff before credits.
I
You
do not.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, I guess it is about you.
Yeah, I guess. Always is. I'm being yelled at by Alice because I let Katie take key number 5, which I believe is the one that lets you talk to Penny.
That's the one we just got, I thought.
We just got key number 5.
I don't know.
Well, we don't-
The
yeah,
truth
but
key is me.
I don't. Like,
5
well,
is the-
Alice is yelling at me for letting Katie take the 5th key, and then I'm like, well, at least I know what Katie wants, which is to talk to Penny. So I don't know.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you
Maybe
talk
we
to
went
Katie
out of
this
order?
episode?
Because we did just get the 5th key,
No, because
right?
the chapter doesn't unveil itself till you get the previous key.
Right. But then the 5th
you can't
key
go out of order.
last week was party key, where we all needed to be friends and sing Bowie.
Yeah, but also let you like communicate and stuff. Who knows?
Is it all merging into one key?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think that's more likely than we went out of
The
order.
unikey.
It's just like kind of like, I don't know. No, because we had a bunch of them at one point. There was like multiples.
Yeah,
of them.
right. We had them all on a table. This is
Oh,
like
man.
a
Do
Del
we need a-
Toro quest, kind of like
I don't
they each
think
have.
they've all been together.
them in
I
a-
Do we
like,
need a
I've
magical
only-
key ring?
I think I've only seen 3 keys together at a time.
If I take these to Home like Depot or like Lowe's, can I get like a copy?
Anyways, Alice says something here that's I think a little uncalled for. She's like, "You trust a heroin addict more than you trust me," and
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
rude.
first of all, it's not like Alice's record has been spotless in recent history. And that's why I bring up the like, well, at least I know what Katie wants type of thing. Anyways, Katie wants to talk to Penny. Alice does not want to, like, originally she doesn't want to help us, right? We're like going on this quest for keys. She doesn't want to help. And then all of a sudden she does want magic back so badly that she almost kills herself with like bootleg ass magic.
But we know that she's lying because Penny actually saw it, and that she's told to get the keys by the librarians.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, what is it? Why you all of a sudden are you wanting to help us? And she's like, of course I want magic back, but I asked her to go on this quest 5 minutes after her dad died, which I don't think it was 5 minutes, but like,
I get what she's saying.
I get what she's saying. And she's like, well, you're not the only one allowed to have like a depressive episode and, hate themselves or whatever.
This would make you feel really bad if you didn't know she was lying.
Yeah. Anyway, she's just like
we know
totally
she's lying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know she's lying
That she-
because of she's working with the librarians.
Yeah, I remember that. I guess I didn't. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to parse out how much of if there is any truth in this. Like she's working with the librarians and she's telling the truth, or if those are
I see.
mutually exclusive things.
I
I
assume
legitimately don't know.
That's actually a fair point, because I was just assuming she was just making this up to cover for the. But you're right; it could be both. They don't necessarily preclude each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, anyways, this is when Julia walks in, And Alice is like, we can fight about this after the quest. Just let me see the stupid book. And I'm like, fine. Hand her the stupid book. She kind of walks out with it. Julia is like, are you sure that was the best idea? And I'm like, I don't know, but she helped us with the last one. You know, maybe she's going to be help again. The 6th key is in the throne room at Whitespire.
Yep.
Which is a bad spot for a lot of us to be in right now. And so I'm like, I need an aspirin, I have like a headache or whatever. And Julia does a little healing magic on my forehead and cures my headache. And so, you know, there's kind of this moment of like, oh, I'm never going to take magic, you know, for granted again. And Julia's like, me either. But Julia needs to finish something before she can leave. She mentions the fairies in passing. I don't know what the deal is with the fairies at this moment.
I thought they left.
Right.
Yeah.
But so Julia's saying that she needs to handle some business with the fairies.
I wonder if that's because the fairies left Fillory, but did we ever solve that thing about like the fairies in the real world that were being like cut up and turned into
yes, I don't know about
magic
that.
drugs?
So that she must have told the actual fairies to come get their
That's
people or
definitely-
something.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
she has a
that's
side gig, a side
It's
quest.
not the stuff from Fillory.
No,
right?
I think Fillory's done.
For his part, Quentin seems to know what she's referring to at least,
Yeah.
because she's like, I have to do this, and then Quentin's just like, yeah, I understand. Go handle it. You know, I'll just be careful.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And then I get credits.
And we get credits. Okay.
Mine
slots.
I cut back from credits on a flying boat.
Yeah, that's where mine starts. Where we're
Hey,
all
that's
talking.
where we all start.
You're just catching us up, basically, on what
Is
you
Penny
just
part
talked
of
about.
we all?
No, but I got. Do I have the most?
You do.
Yeah.
I think you had
Awesome.
like, how much do you have?
5.
5,
5,
8.
about the same.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
go
go
a
for
little
it.
bit. So big shocker. We open up on the library, which I'm not leaving anytime soon because I am chained to a book cart as I put books away.
How can you be changed to something if you're a ghost?
Well, I'm not.
Just phase through it
That's not how this works down
and
here.
possess the cart.
No,
Ooh, you
can
could
only
do that.
You can only possess things that once had a social security number.
No,
That's
not
false.
true.
Billy Bass does not have a social security number.
Listen,
I
you wouldn't know.
guarantee.
You don't know for sure. So wait a minute. Yeah, I can jump into objects.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how this
Maybe
chain
you
is working.
can't do it in the maybe that's like a
Maybe that's the
pre-underworld
underworld
Maybe
thing.
it's a magical
thing.
chain.
That's fair.
Ooh, could be.
And some other librarian dude named Howard comes to check in on me, and he's like, "Hey, during orientation, were you trained how to properly reshelve?" And I'm like, "Dude, we got a billion years here. I'm keeping it interesting. Like, let's not.
I'm
Let's
going to be shit at my job for the first 500 million years.
we'll fix it later."
Can you imagine a more frustrating library employee than just putting books back in random locations?
That's like the worst thing you can do.
That's legitimately the whole point of a library is organization.
They're just
There-
radically
literally
against
the
the
whole
Dewey
point.
Decimal System.
There is we
There's
we
so
don't
many
use
different-
that really any. Well, I mean it depends, but like that's kind of out of vogue.
Yeah, and so this library is still using it, and you are protesting.
I just think that like there are some libraries that if you like, even if you have the spot open and you've taken just to look at the cover, they do not want you to put it back. They want you to just take it out
Wait,
completely.
you can't put it back to exactly where
That's
you
insane.
found it?
There are
Why?
some
They just don't
libraries that have
trust you.
they don't trust you.
I'm not gonna
They have
touch
the same
books.
They
rules.
trust you to take it out?
If you take it out, that's fine. Just put it in. You have to put it in like a bin at the end
No.
of the thing, so they'll shelve it back.
You don't want me touching books then?
Yeah. My academic library at school was like that.
I will say, as somebody who does frequent a lot of library shelves, the number of times I've pulled off a small book and then the books kind of go frunk and
Yeah.
kind of like slam together, and you're like looking and you look and be like, left of green rim, like you, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I kinda get it.
Don't do it. If you pull it out, just put it. Have a librarian put it back.
All right, I'll tell Howard to fix it. And
We need AI for our libraries.
No.
I
think that'll
will
solve it.
actively punch you.
I mean, maybe that's how we get people to fund the libraries, just by putting AI
Making
at
it
the
up.
end.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I could lie. Why
Yeah.
not? They all do it.
Can we just hire a
exactly.
guy named Al and we just have it be like a
That you say this as a joke, but like legitimately, like some of the autonomous stuff.
The
are like,
Mechanical Turk is back.
yeah, it's like actually just people like they're paying in other countries who like have less like worker protections. Like legitimately, that is a thing that is happening. Anyway,
I got to keep going because I'm going to cry. Long story short, he wants me to join his book club because it needs
Hell
more
yeah.
interesting people.
Join book clubs, people. PSA, read
Yeah.
books and talk about them socially. Shout out to the Pop Culture Roll Call Book Club. Join us.
I need to actually join you.
There's
It's
also
rad. We're reading
I
this
don't-
next to Shape of Dragon's Breath book. It's coming out. We'll talk about it. I'll post it up and announce if you want to join in.
I don't think you have this next part of this conversation.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't shout out yet.
So
What's up?
I'm like, so you, more interesting people? Why? Because I'm brown and shackled. This is a bad look for the library. And he's like, we shackle people of all colors and races. I'm like, not better, Howard.
It is not better.
It might be better. Is it weird to
It's
say
not-
it
it's
might be
not
better?
worse.
It's
It's
not worse.
You're right. It's not worse.
It might be better. Anyway,
And
Maybe. It
might be better.
Now I'm
not
rethinking
better.
this.
We're
Yeah.
equal opportunity enslavers.
yeah.
I just
think
think it's all bad.
It is all bad. We're,
Easy rule: don't shackle. Just don't. And apparently he has read my book. I think that's why he thinks
your
I'm
wife,
interesting.
not Penny wrote
Yeah.
a book.
Penny's a published
I was
author.
like, holy, how did we not get there?
And he read it because he had unresolved feelings about his death and my hand in it. And I'm like, you killed yourself. He's like, am I misremembering the part where you gave me a cursed book that directly led to that? Just join my book club. Kathy makes amazing cupcakes. You won't regret it.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck off, Howard. And I like, fuck off. I go around one of the little book shelves. And as I continue, someone stops me, and it's Sylvia, our old mobster daughter friend. And
The ghost?
once again, they're all people. Like here,
But
yes, she's dead. It's the underworld.
It's the underworld.
Oh, okay. I forgot that. I'm sorry.
I'm
You
in the
said this
underworld.
and I didn't click it. Like I was thinking you were in the Netherlands, but
Nope.
you were in the underworld.
Yep.
I'm so
Penny
sorry.
is also dead.
Yes, 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 yes.
And she's like, I know you're mad at me. I'm like, what function makes you think that? You sold me out. And she breaks down her situation. Her brothers, her uncles, her dad, they all got whacked. And she's like, okay, so they went where? To the underworld, where you are? All of my people are up there, not in the underworld. I can't travel. I can't astral project. I can't do shit because of you. Like, you at least have your people. And then she says her family isn't in the underworld. They've moved on. So we're going to get into some lore here.
Okay.
So apparently, the underworld is a way station where you hang on for a bit before bureaucracy moves you on.
Sure. It's purgatory.
Exactly.
We're in purgatory more than we're in hell.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense.
The problem is her dad doesn't like waiting in lines, and he pulled some strings and got fast-tracked out of here.
Disney Fast Pass for hell.
Exactly.
Fast pass, selling fast pass for purgatory is really funny.
That's just the regular
That's just
Fast Pass.
That's just the bad place.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
just
that's
hell.
just it.
If that's happening to your purgatory,
You're
they're
literally
lying
just
to you.
in hell. Yeah.
You have to wake up at 6 a.m. to make sure you get that first dibs, though, and you always wake up 2 minutes late. And so she's stuck alone without her family for 1 billion years, and the bounty on my head shaved 1 million years off of that. And I'm still not happy with it. Doesn't fix shit with me. I don't care. And
Seems
I
like
moves out.
More like her dad's fault. Like, wouldn't he know that he is speeding ahead? So, like, why would he do that?
Her
He
dad's a
couldn't
piece
pull.
of shit.
He couldn't pull one more string.
I mean, I think him getting everyone besides her kind of tells you the kind of guy he was.
But yeah, that's like weird, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not good.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That
scene.
scene.
We're on a flying boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And-
Josh, Margo,
T-Pain?
Alice, me, Eliot. I think that's all of us.
Yeah, I think it's everybody.
Tick is up north somewhere.
Yes.
In Loria, because currently Fillory is at double war.
Yeah.
They're at war with the floaters,
Wait.
which I think is a slur. So sorry but it's at least it's a fake one. But I don't. What are the people actually called? The stone float.
The stone people.
The stone people, and the Lorians to the north. So between north and south, they're being attacked on both sides.
And to refresh my memory, Tick is the guy who usurped you, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, he's sort of the main
The
like
evil
court,
vizier.
yeah, evil
court-
vizier kind of deal.
Court attendant.
Yeah. And so yeah, he immediately took power and then went to war. And we're talking about how, well, I guess everyone else. So Eliot and Margo are having a different reaction to this than everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, okay, great. The throne room
is empty.
Let's go take the key back.
Yep.
And Eliot and Margo are like, oh shit, Loria's at war. We need to call some people and try and stop the war.
Yeah.
You're very much like save Fillory, even though you're not the rulers of it anymore.
Yeah.
And we are saying we need to get this key while we have an opportunity to, especially because the key will only reveal itself in the light of 2 half moons, which Fillory apparently has.
Guess so.
It's a rare
That's just a
celestial
full
event.
moon.
Yeah, it's convenient that it's happening like tonight. Josh makes the most Mike analogy I've ever heard that I still
Careful.
don't I'm pretty sure you wrote this scene.
Okay, hit me with it.
I didn't write the whole thing
Is
down.
it about
Come on.
the black and white cookies?
it's- yeah.
He's like talking about like, oh, 2 cookies merge and make a bigger cookie, and like
So then to like one, instead of like 2 half-colored cookies, like the 2 colors that are the same are the halves that become the full moon. It's the dumbest joke.
So
Yeah.
wait, hold on. I need to understand
no,
this.
you don't,
You
because
don't.
it makes as much sense as everything you say. Just imagine you said it and then move on.
But also imagine you're probably in like a K-hole as
Yeah,
well.
that is
and you're
definitely
trying to
part of
make
it.
like an elaborate pun about cookies.
Are you talking about like a black and white cookie merge and make a white cookie? It's like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't it be
so
a
two
gray cookie?
You take a black and white cookie, you take 2 of them, you break them in half, you make 2 halves of a white cookie, a whole white cookie, and you
And so
take
then
2
it's
halves of
the
black
full
cookies,
moon.
a whole black cookie. Yeah.
Mike gets it.
Sure.
Mike gets it.
And I mean, there's a line here. It's like, well, you guys are no longer kings and queens of Fillory,
Yeah.
and you guys are like, says who?
So yeah, this is what I actually wanted to talk about because
Yeah.
it was so funny because we were like so sure. We're like, well, that's it. We've learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Like we should not have meddled. Like
But we're still king and queen, right? And it's like I don't think we necessarily believe that, but we immediately jump into king and queen action where it's like Eliot is like, as soon as I hear that we're a double war, I'm like, I got to get a rabbit and send it to Idri, the king of
Yeah.
Loria, and you're gonna go send one to
The Stone Queen.
To the Stone Queen. Like we're immediately starting to jump in and play
it's just crazy
politics.
though. Like
Right.
Don't
that's
they
like
think?
they
Doesn't
should
everybody
not.
think you're dead now too?
Yes.
Yes.
We
so
should just
instead of using the advantage that you have of everybody thinking you're dead, you're like, I'm immediately going to announce my presence to everybody.
yeah,
Exactly.
and also like rule over Fillory again, which is like we like talk about this a little bit later, but like it's like kind of very clear that they don't want us ruling them, and like I don't know,
It
made
wasn't
me-
just Tick. Again, like
Yeah.
to be clear, it would be different, I think, if just Tick and like the fairies
Yeah.
conspired to get us off the throne. We were accosted by a mob of civilians and forcibly removed by a court.
I'm sure your argument is like, well, the civilians were lied to.
that is
It
their
is our
argument,
argument.
but it's not a good one. It's
not
like
good enough.
unfortunately that's like the reality of it. Like
unless you have like stone, like hard proof that they were manipulated, and even then, looking at the world.
well, it's just like I mean, it makes me feel like we're gonna spend more time in Fillory continuing the show,
Yes.
and I thought we were done.
Me
like
too.
that's actually like legitimately like what I want to talk about. It's just like when I saw the setup, I was like, oh, they're not getting rid of Fillory as like a place setting for the show, which I think kind of bummed me out a little. I
Oh,
was
so,
like,
so you had your Fillory?
oh my god.
It is interesting that like a lot of the show is like, isn't it crazy? Like magic's on Earth, and then 90% of the show does not take place on Earth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like it's weird. It's like I think it's because like I'm not watching the show normally.
Sure,
So like
right.
all I'm getting are the Fillory scenes, and I'm kind of like done with it. But like I don't think it makes it bad. Like I just think that I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. And I'm curious to see how the tune changes during the wrap up for the season / maybe the whole
Yeah.
show. Like if we have more content, because I would agree that, not to get too much into it, that the Fillory stuff is kind of spinning its wheels a little bit.
Yeah.
I get the storytelling reason why though, when like there is no magic, so anything on Earth is going to be just inherently non-magical. So you're
Right.
spending
Yeah,
more time
kinda
in the
mundane.
underworld, which is inherently magical, Fillory, which is inherently magical, and less time on Earth, which is inherently mundane.
And everything on Earth is about trying to get magic back
Right.
while other people
Yeah.
are still able to interact with
So
it in your fantasy show.
We'll see
Like, I
how
do
this
get it.
changes assuming there's another season or whatever.
I definitely feel like there's got to be, but I don't know. Anyway, we
Yeah.
can get there. But
Anyways,
yeah.
we kind of get talked down. We don't really like come to a conclusion in the scene, but we get a kind of a wrap up to it later.
We just
on.
kind of like put our hands on our hips and we're like, but we know better than the people. We're gonna be their king and queen again because we're gonna set it right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna try.
And you're gonna drop us off on like the balcony to the throne room.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll.
Yep.
Okay. Back in the library, shackled up, putting more books away. Nothing's changed. And Sylvia is there putting books away next to me, and we see a woman come out of a room labeled "Secrets Taken to the Grave by Appointment Only," and she comes out just bawling, just crying. Definitely has gone through something. And Sylvie gives me the breakdown that this is a weird research division that the library has made in partnership with the underworld. Librarians aren't even supposed to go in there. It's apparently primal therapy for people who are about to move on. You go in, you unload all your bullshit, and you lighten your conscience. They jot everything down of note, and at the end you get a Metro card that you can use to go on your vehicle to elsewhere. We'll get into that.
But you have to dump your soul before your soul
To
can
the
move
library.
on. Right.
You gotta process it.
So
Yeah.
it feels like the library's offering kind of a shortcut if you give up your secrets.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
you're opting into all of the tracking and cookie settings
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And so I'm like, wait, hold on. Like the underworld is like a way station. Are you telling me there's a subway out of the underworld? And she's like, well, it's more of a giant, long pig type creature that you like climb into, and then it takes you wherever you're supposed to go next. I'm like,
Cat puss.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Cat
shy
bus.
ham lewd.
Cat puss.
Cat bus.
I'm like, wait a minute. So why haven't we jacked this weird pig? Like, why are we still here? Why haven't we like broken out? And she's like, well, it only shows up when you have a Metro card and you're ready to move on. Women in the background still sobbing, and our contracts will never let us move on. And we kind of look at her as she's all sad, and she's just giving me like, Penny, no one's ever going to give us Metro cards, Penny. We're not like them.
Okay, is your C.
Should I keep?
Well, we'll dip back in. We have a scene where we're talking to the Stone Queen. I assume that and Edry.
And
And we're just trying to
we're trying to politic.
convince them.
Yeah, we're trying to get them to stop or pause their war. It's
Yeah.
like we're like, hey, you thought we were out of the game, so we get that you attacked. But why don't we pause all this hostility? We have some moving and shaking going on regarding the key. We might be able to bring magic back and kind of like reset the status quo, because things are still not great, which is part of the reason why everyone's kind of jockeying for power here. And we are just trying to make the point of we have like plans and things are going down, and maybe it'd be a good time to just like take a breather and then see how this all shakes out, which they're not super into.
No, they're not buying that because basically they're like, we could just keep going and then we would take over Fillory. And then so they don't see a reason to stop. And it's in this conversation that we are informed, one, that the Stone Queen is mad at me because like she's also saying that like my wedding wasn't real, that it hasn't been consummated. She found out about the toad bite thing.
Which I question. So like it's brought up where she's like, I don't even believe that you consummated a marriage, and Margo's like, oh, I fucked him, and she's like, well, no, I saw the toad bite on his dick, and we're like, ugh. How did she know it was a toad bite?
That's a great question.
Like, how does it like? And I get there's this kind of like offhand thing about like why did you look at his penis? And she's like, I'm his mother, and I was like, yeah, fair play.
That's the worst possible reason.
No, it's not. I see my son's penis literally 50 times a day.
At a certain age,
is your son
no.
married?
Yeah, it's true. I guess I'm probably not just being. Anyway, I have young dad brain anyway. But regardless, she sees a bite on his penis and is like, oh, you very clearly didn't have sex. It's a toad bite. It's like a wild, logical.
The only thing you can try to logic this away is like that she brought in a doctor.
And the doctor knew it was a toad bite.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Not again.
So your son's trying to get blowies from a cane toad?
I mean, I feel like,
Maybe?
I guess.
Oh.
Anyway, it
It
felt
was
like
so dumb.
It was really dumb, but maybe it was just one of those throwaway, like they're just willing to
was.
move past it. They don't care.
It was supposed to be a joke. And then also, this is when they find Idri also informs you that you are not getting married anymore.
Right. Because Eliot, I think, goes in looking to kind of like swing his influence around, like, you know, I am your groom to be.
Affianced.
Yeah, I'm fianced to you. And he's like, nah, you're not a king. Not interested anymore. Or maybe and you don't get the sense necessarily that he's not interested in.
You're not
like,
qualified.
Yeah, I'm not. He's not. It's not that he's not attracted to me. It's that our marriage doesn't functionally mean anything.
No longer
anymore.
his type.
No, exactly.
His type being royalty.
His type being powerful
Yeah.
and royal.
And that's when the Stone Queen is like, oh, so you have not had a husband yet. I've got, Margo makes a joke later, a child bride, basically,
Yeah.
to serve up. And we pull each other aside and we're like, okay,
This isn't going well.
this is going very poorly, actually. So we need to figure out what else to do. And Margo's like, I know how we're going to bribe them. We're going to tell them that we're gonna bribe them with magic.
Yep.
And then that's the end of that scene.
I have a quick scene in the throne room where I'm kind of like reading the book to Josh. And,
Is it just you and Josh at this point?
and Alice?
And Alice, right.
Talking about how, like, you know, the daughter finally became a knight and her like mirror shield connected with the moonbeam and reflected it back or whatever. Alice is like making a bunch of noise behind us, and we're like, listen, the throne room is empty, but there are still guards patrolling, so maybe be a little quiet. But the moonlight has to hit 3 keystones. None of the keystones are near windows, and they're like kind of like above the doors or whatever into the
Got
room.
it.
So we're gonna set up some mirrors and redirect the light into the
That
keystones.
seems like fun.
You got an Indiana Jones / The Mummy / Legend of Zelda mirror light reflecting moon sun bullshit to happen.
Yeah,
Fair
Double
enough.
cookie
and
event.
Yep.
and so like, you know, Alice like, we're gonna set up mirrors. And I'm like, yeah, that's what the book says. And she's like, I know it does. Like, we're being like snippy at each other.
Okay.
And Josh is like, look, it's a perfect metaphor for your relationship. And I don't
Go
really
on.
get that. And he
Oh,
kind of like
damn.
chuckles or whatever. And he's like, oh, not ready to laugh yet. I see. That's fine. And I don't know. I didn't really get what the metaphor was in that, but
Okay.
Josh did. He might be high. So
I think he might be high. If there's anything we know from being in his Bowie party brain, is that he's probably high.
I don't know. That's
I'm creeping outside the secret taken to the grave room. And there's a guy who comes out crying, just a mess. And I approach him, and I'm like, "Oh man, those secret dicks really made you earn it. Any idea where you're going now that you've like are ready to move on?" And he's still very emotional, like, "I don't know, they didn't really say." And I'm like, "Well, who'd you talk to? Was it Fran? Was it Fran? Fran has a lazy eye. You never know which eye to talk to, right?" And he's like, "No, like." They had like a hood on. I couldn't see their face under the hood, but there was like glowing red eyes. And I'm like, oh. He's like, well, what does that mean? He goes, listen, you must have done some horrible shit in your time. And he's like, wait. Where am I going? He's like, am I going to hell? He goes, and I'm like, if only. Like, at least hell's warm. He's like, is there a place worse than hell? I'm like,
Double hell.
I'm like, oh, they get way more creative with what they plug all of your openings up with. And he's like, oh, I'm not ready to go. And he throws his card to the ground and runs off. And I'm just like, okay. Go down, pick
Oh
up his
my
Metro
God.
card, and I stand up, and there is someone who doesn't appear in front of me, but I come up to a well-dressed black gentleman in front of me who just says, hello, Penny, let's chat.
Interesting.
So I've been caught.
Not wearing a hood, I would assume.
No hood, no
Okay.
glowing eyes. But
Still
I've been.
sounds like Hades. Maybe.
We'll see.
If he just like appearing out of nowhere and as soon as you touch like the card to go, like he's supposed to be like the ruler of hell, maybe, right? Like
Does he have a regal air to him?
If
You
he's in a
said
full
well dressed.
suit.
Yeah. Well-dressed, full
my
suit.
brain clocked the note. He's smoother than Penny.
Okay. Well,
he sounded cool. That's why
he
I
does
made it
sound
sound
cool.
Very
Hades
cool.
does usually sound cool.
Has anyone met Hades?
Mm-mm.
So it's just a theory we
It's
have.
just a theory.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
you must be right, by the way. Mike's talking about this.
we know the rest of the pantheon around Hades we've talked about.
We
so
haven't
I'm
met
assuming
any of them.
Well, we
No,
know
but we've talked
Persephone
about it.
is here.
Right.
We
Oh,
know
actually
that one
did
of
see
our
Persephone, right? We did.
no one of
We Julia did.
Julia did, but
Oh,
we don't
right,
have a
right,
Julia.
right.
No, Julia didn't.
No.
Julia saw somebody impersonating Persephone, I think.
No, I mean like in the underworld when
And the orphan
When you brought- I
don't
souls
Persephone
place.
wasn't there, I thought.
I thought there was
I thought the whole thing was like she's abandoned us
I thought
or
there
they've been
was-
home in a while or something.
Yeah, but I thought there was like something like a hint that she might have. We talked about it in that episode actually.
Oh, it's
yeah,
because
but she
it's
saw
how
a painting on the wall and it looked like Our Lady Underground.
No, right, but what I think what happened was that we were always confused by how she got the what do we call it? The
soul thing.
the
yeah.
soul out where you're only supposed to be able to take one.
Shade.
And she's like,
She took two.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
took two, and it's because she was approached by some woman who I guess we assumed was
Right.
Persephone
Yeah.
because she was doing a kind thing for this like orphaned soul, and she like allowed her to like break the rules to
Yeah.
get her.
We made assumptions.
Yeah.
We were making guesses, but there
It is a guess, yeah.
it was about the two shades because we were
Yes.
like, how did she do that? The whole point was that you were only allowed. to
I
put out
guess
one.
I don't know if we ever did figure out if she took two because I thought she gave that one back to Alice and then didn't have one again.
And she has her own because they confirmed she has her.
Yes, they later we were like, oh, how did that happen? And we knew we missed something.
Yeah.
So that was like, yeah. Anyway,
right.
sorry,
Yep.
jumping around,
But
but
I guess we don't know if that was Persephone unless we found out there and I forgot.
no,
but-
no, I don't think we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're guessing.
Yep. True.
I got like 2 scenes left.
Yeah, about same.
Yeah.
It's not very. I don't think it's an us on the couch episode.
I don't. Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
just vibing.
I got
I'm
3.
vibing.
Okay, go.
Cool.
Oh, go ahead.
Do a thing then. That's
so
more
this
than
is,
2.
This is my longest scene, and this is me sitting down. Interior. No, I'm it's the same gentleman, and he says essentially, "I've never seen someone fight their destiny so hard while simultaneously propelling themselves toward it. You narrowly escaped death twice, and yet you still snuck into the underworld. Who does that?"
That's a fair point.
I'm like, yeah, I still don't know who you are, dude. And he says, Hades.
Hey.
And I'm like, Hades? Like the
How's your wife?
like the god? He goes, shh, I told you, low profile. So apparently he doesn't go around like advertising that he's Hades.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing undercover boss.
Yeah. Oh God. Underworld boss. God. And I'm like, okay, is this about that MetroCard? And he's like, it's not about the MetroCard. Big picture. And he wants to talk about my future as a librarian. And he's like, this is all about the quest, right? Like, let me tell you something about your quest. It does not matter.
Aw.
And I'm like, well, that's easy for a god to say. And he goes, listen, spoilers alert, magic always comes back. It may take a millennia and your entire species on the brink of extinction, but it'll come back.
Cool.
Can we get it back early?
Nope.
Is there a fast pass?
This is the problem with
You
God.
gotta pay for the
I
you gotta
know.
pay for the fast pass.
They have no sense of urgency.
We'll
right.
talk
They're
about time
timeless.
and relation. Because he's like, apparently, magic is a carrot gods use to keep humans in check. And he goes, a lot to take in. I know. My point is, your life as a human, it's like the memories you had before the age of 3. Like this quest, your friend, in 1,000 years, you'll barely remember it. Your life actually starts now, after death. Yes, I realize that phrasing is weird. And I kind of chime in like, okay, so wait, is this like some fucked up punishment for me stealing a Metro card? And he's like, hardly. There are plenty of places you could have ended up that aren't nearly as nice as the underworld. And I kind of point out, shackled to a book, going around to like a book cart.
You
And
really
he
don't
goes,
spend a lot of time in libraries.
Nope.
Nope.
You fumbled with shelves and cart.
Yeah. Listen, movie screen, aisles.
You know that they have movies in libraries.
It's true. You can rent
Go
DVDs.
to your library.
No?
Yeah.
And video games and stuff.
And Blu-rays.
Yeah, it's true.
Kind of
And comic books.
And you could also rent digitally.
Do they
Yeah.
have popcorn?
Just saying.
They have audiobooks.
Get a library card.
Do they have
Yeah, rent,
popcorn?
rent some
Library card.
popcorn at the library.
Rent some popcorn? So
Yeah.
I gotta take it back. What if I take out the popcorn? Do I have to wait for someone else to put it back if I don't want it? Or do they trust me to put the popcorn back?
Finish what's going on.
Don't engage.
And he's like, listen, you're in the most like expansive library in the universe with an eternity to explore it. If you want the shackles off, go ask Howard. And I'm like, so wait, to free myself, I have to join a book club? And he says, all anyone's offering you is a chance to participate and be part of something. You've got the whole loner thing, but it's obviously a front. Ever since that trip in Savannah with your real mom, you've been desperate to prove your worth. This kind of shakes Penny a little bit. I'm like, okay, so you and everyone down here, you read my book, so you think you know me. And he's like, listen, it's why you're always sacrificing yourself for people, to remind them how important you are to the group. If you're that desperate to move on and maybe somehow fumble your way back to your old life, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm telling you, Penny, if you stay down here, you got an amazing destiny ahead of you. So he's getting to Penny. He's using the right parts of his past. And his whole pitch is like, you're staring at a treasure trove and you don't realize it.
And you're also unwilling to engage with like a community around you. Like, yeah, I like that. There's something to be
there's
said.
Layers there.
Yeah.
There's
I
layers
don't know
there.
if we want him to. Like, this is quite interesting because I
Right.
don't know if he's right.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's also that, like, if you want to go back, go do it. I'm not going to stop you.
Right.
But I'm trying to tell you that there is a better path before you, and this human life, you're going to forget. Like, it's not going to matter in the long run. So see.
yeah, I feel like that's like never advice taken though, because
Yeah.
I feel like it's like advice like I got once when I was like a kid, where it was like, oh, in a few years you won't remember any of
Yeah,
this at
no,
all,
it's not good advice.
and then you're just like, yeah, but I'm feeling the feelings right now.
Yeah.
And to his point, like if you go back to your human life, it is just a drop in the metaphorical ocean of time. Then why not go be happy with your friends, and then it
And then come
functionally isn't going to matter in the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things anyway. So
Yep.
why
It
live
works both
forever
ways.
with that like hanging over your head of the what ifs? Like might as well go live it out, find out what happens, and then go to the afterlife. Which
Oh.
it kind of seems like he does say. He's like, if you bumble your way back upstairs to Earth with your like motley crew, then I'm not going to stop you, but you need to do something.
Yeah.
Which I think is the important thing here, at least how I read it, is like it's a call to action where it's like you can't just go through chained to this cart and put books back on shelves incorrectly for eternity. Like shit or get off the pot, but like choose a thing and find some people to help you. Just quit doing this like lone wolf sad boy walking down aisles forever.
You're
thing.
so emo. The god of death was like, listen,
Listen,
bud.
Bro, come
Not
on.
the god of death.
Oh, you're
Also-
right. He's the god of the underworld.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
true. But also,
okay, the
there-
god of the underworld is
too
like,
emo, bro.
Go touch grass.
But also, there is, like, I think the most fascinating thing in this is your trip to Savannah with your real mom.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much I want to know about that past of like, so he runaway adoption, did his original mother die? And so this cool, like, I don't need anyone exterior. We very quickly immediately saw through. It's like, no, you need to be a part of a group. You hate Quentin, yet you can't leave the group he's a part of. So I want to know
But
more
he
about.
doesn't hate Quentin.
No,
Yeah.
No.
he
Not even a
he
little.
loves to hate him.
Yeah. He's anyway, be one of those chronic people who thinks that hating is their core personality trait when really it's the crux, or it's like a handicap, not a handicap of the personality, a crutch of the personality is what I was looking for, a crutch of the personality.
Quentin's the only person that's allowed to hate Quentin.
True.
Copyright.
Does a damn good job all by himself.
Speaking of, Quentin's in the throne room still. We're positioning these mirrors around, and nothing is happening. Alice kind of like grabs the book out of my hand or whatever, and I kind of scoff at her, and she's like, you keep acting like this is your book. And I'm like, yeah, because maybe it's because I'm the only one here who's been on this quest for more than 2 minutes, and Josh is like, hey, there's still like guards around, like, kind of back at me when I was telling Alice to be quiet about the guards. Josh is like, you still need to be cognizant of the guards and making a lot of noise, and you're basically yelling at each other now. And then I ask Alice if she's working for the library, and she says yes, she is. So
Oh, so
Okay.
she confesses.
she's full on confesses to it.
Does she seem like she's been caught, or does she seem like she doesn't give a shit that you know the answer to this? Is she like, oh, damn it, you found out? Or is she's like, yeah.
It's not damn it, you found out. It is kind of just like, I don't know. You got me. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you about this, I guess.
Right.
And then I keep pressing on that though, because it's like, are you trying to stop us, right? Like, what is the library's goal here? Because I think we were under the impression the library is trying to stop us from getting all the keys.
Mm-hmm.
She is claiming the library also wants magic back as much as we do, and so that's why she's helping us.
I think that the library wants magic back, but I think they also want to control it, right? So, like, it's about who's going to be in possession of the magic and figuring out how that gets divvied out.
Yeah.
And the library already has a history of, like, being very restrictive about, like, who can see certain things or who has access to stuff. Like, I think that's where we're actually going with that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm basically saying, you know, I find that hard to believe that, you know, the library wants magic back, given what they did to Harriet and Victoria and Penny.
Yeah.
And this is when Josh learns that something happened to his ex, Victoria.
Oh, no.
Yeah, apparently we never told him.
Oh no.
They were a couple?
Yes.
Ex-couple.
Yeah,
yes.
it was like an issue because didn't she cheat
She didn't want to talk
Poppy
to...
cheated on,
Yeah.
he cheated on her with Poppy.
And
that's why
and they were
Poppy
like
didn't
sisters,
get it.
which definitely didn't make it worse.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh. So he finds
Okay.
out in the stressful moment while two people are bickering and surrounded by guards.
Oh, now we're going to have 3 people yelling.
Yeah.
TBD.
DBD.
All right. Well, I think that we both have scenes here with our respective associates. I
Because we
suppose.
split up
Yeah.
and Margo goes to, do whatever with the Stone Queen.
Yep.
And obviously Eliot takes Idri on this one. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Sure, hit it.
So I will just say that basically this is not a very long conversation, and we're going to approach it like Margo approaches anything. And we're going to threaten her.
Yeah.
Basically, she's like, okay, listen, you could, if you don't attack, you could just wait and see if I'm lying, and then attack after if you think I've made this up. On the other hand, if you push your luck and I do get magic back, the first thing I'm going to do is burn your entire civilization to the ground. So, like,
I love using, like, game theory to threaten someone.
Margo is very effective at it. She's like, this could be a win-win for you. All you have to do is, like, pause for 6 months, but I guarantee you that if you don't, I will burn you to the ground if I get magic back.
This is your choice.
I mean, wouldn't they also have do you have actually the power to burn a civilization to the ground with magic? Like, this isn't curing a headache.
She seems very serious about it.
Didn't we spend a long time learning battle magic in season 1 and
Yep.
we weren't very good at it?
Margo seems convinced, and she also says magicians plural. So presumably it's not just her by
Maybe
herself.
She's like, I'm gonna get an army,
yeah.
and we're gonna do it. Got it. That was
Yeah.
more my thing. Is like, I never saw you as the super powerful Sith Lord, like pulling planets out of the sky.
No,
type.
no,
I
sorry.
was like, I don't think you're that
her
strong.
Her superpower is being able to get that many people to burn them to the ground.
You are a charismatic person who can raise friends.
Also, she would just threaten a bunch of other people at a smaller scale.
Yeah, and it turns out it would eventually a circle of threat,
Yeah.
mutually assured destruction, and next thing you know.
That's
That's it?
That's the whole scene.
Did she say yes, or do we not get the answer?
You don't get the answer.
Okay.
So, like, I will say, she says one thing I do want to say. She's just like, but, like, just because you get magic doesn't mean like you're gonna get the throne. Like, you're telling me about stuff that's happening, but you don't have any plans for the throne.
This is what she's saying to Margo?
Yeah, basically just like you still can't do the second half of the thing that you want to do. It's just like to reclaim to be a royalty again. But Margo's like, are you kidding me? I'm going to give magic back to the people of Fillory. They're going to be begging to put me back on the throne. And so that's the actual plan from like at least from Margo's perspective of like how she's going to be a beloved queen.
How will the people know that you're the one who did the magic?
Well, no, I'm going to give them magic.
Yeah, how are the people going to know that you brought magic?
I'm sure
She's
Margo's
gonna
going to
say
find
it.
a way.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that part, weirdly.
Really? I'm worried about that part.
Interesting.
I don't know. I've read Marvel's Secret Invasion.
How is Eliot convincing Idri?
Making out, kissing, rolling
kinda
around
figured.
in bed. Yeah. Turns out.
You really have a go-to platform.
Yeah. I'm a fuck.
It's a platform
I'm a
bed.
fuck guy. Yeah. And so you get the sense that like again, it's not that Idri wouldn't marry Eliot. It's that as a king, he's going to marry a king, but there's still the attraction that brought us together initially during our like bout in the forest is still there. Like, it's very clear that we're both into this. And now I'm doing the whole like bedroom talk kind of deal. And Eliot's great pitch here, it's a pretty short scene, all things considered, is that if Idri backs off his forces, then whenever we get magic back, Eliot and his entourage, or the magicians that we end up working with, are going to help identify Lorians with latent magical abilities, and then educate them to become like full-blown magicians, so that Loria can have a sort of a magical core that apparently it kind of lacks now. So Eliot's thing is more like shared education and knowledge, where he's like, I guarantee that there are people who don't understand this thing that makes them different. Apparently you're born with an innate magical ability, or at least that's what Eliot's selling here, and that they are going to have magicians go through and kind of do like a metachlorian test from dumb Star Wars and figure out who is a magician, and then take them to the little younglings camp and have them do the little lightsaber things. So that's his kind of pitch. And Idri, we don't get the answer, but our final scene is them walking away, and you get the sense that we got what we wanted, kind of deal, right? So.
It makes sense, because they've talked about how like the magic is like really what the lack of magic is what's really holding that country back. Or at least they framed it originally when you were going to marry them in the first place, that the magic is an advantage and part of the reason why he was marrying you. So I think it makes sense that he's very easily swayed if we're like, we'll just pass it on to people. Like,
we'll give you the ability where you don't. And maybe I missed this, but it kind of, since you get the sense that like you're saying, Loria is kind of beholden to Fillory in a way, because Fillory controls the magical which is one of the key things. So now I'm like, you can kind of break your ties with. I'm not sure if like Loria is like. I don't get the sense that Loria is like subjugated by Fillory, but there is like maybe an outweighed economic benefit that sort of favors Fillory that they can't break because of how powerful magic is. Kind of deal. So that's my pitch. A little bit less threat.
Yeah, not a bad pitch.
Nope, decent pitch.
I could have maybe took that approach, but I didn't.
Educate your people. And you're like, no, I'll burn you all to the ground. It does get. I
love how you're. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I do. It is very indicative of our two different politicking styles.
Yes, absolutely.
And why I think Eliot's a good ruler and Margo probably shouldn't have a crown on her head.
But you started this being like, how'd you convince him? You're like, we went for a roll in the hay, and then you're like, actually, no, I had good politics.
Yeah, I literally just made a really good point. Anyway,
I got one more scene left, and we are still arguing about like the library's role in kind of getting magic back and our quest for the keys. Josh is annoyed with us, so he lights up a joint, as he is known to do.
Guards are going to smell that before they hear you.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
actually.
You ever smoked a joint inside?
And he's like, I was really stoked to go on this quest and hang out with you guys, but like, my ex is dead. You two are setting my ball hairs on end.
Okay. Thanks, Josh.
And he's like, I need this. Talking about the joint, I think.
Articulate.
And he says, I'm just glad I was a genius who stashed high-end party treats all over while I was substitute High King. I forgot that happened, but Josh ran as High King for a bit at some point.
Okay.
When?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
I'm
either.
sure when we were off doing something else and nobody was ruling Fillory.
And his first duty was just hiding drugs.
Yeah. Put little stashes all over the place.
I think it's funnier that the fairies didn't find it, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
Bunch of squares.
Yeah.
Weren't even looking for hiding places.
I'm asking Alice, like, why did you hide this whole library thing from me if you were trying to help? And Josh is like, oh my God, I know where the 6th key is. And he's like looking kind of past us and up into one of the little reflections that the mirrors we set up are making in the keystone of the moonlight.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, where? And we turn around to look at it, and I get credits. I have no idea.
Okay.
Weird.
Maybe Quentin just died.
No.
I'm
Maybe got
assuming
knocked
it was
out.
revealed in somebody else's scene. No, like it's like us like looking over our shoulder at this light.
Okay. I will say my scene is just us watching those two leave the room as we like watch them walk up the stairs of the
Yeah.
ship. That's it.
We have a pretty ineffectual ending. Do you have any more, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, baby Michael answer.
Do we think this is a Penny ending, or do we think that there's...
I think it's a me ending, but I don't think it's...
You think there were the scenes... I mean, obviously there's scenes we're missing in this episode.
I
Oh, a
think
ton.
I get the last scene, but I don't know if we reveal the keys based
Well,
on that.
finish it off. Let's see what we got.
So the first quick little scene is me approaching Sylvie in the library, and I slide her the Metro card.
And Sylvie is the young mafioso
Daughter, yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you screwed me, but you also saved my life, and I left you alone when I shouldn't have. And she's a bit like shocked and like processing this. And I'm like, it's okay, just go see your family. And then she like gets up, hugs me, and takes the card. So fix that,
Penny looks like he knows how to jump a turnstile anyway.
right?
Yeah.
Like he would...
It's easy.
Do you think Penny's the kind of guy who would pay for the subway fare?
I feel like he would jump
He would
it to
do it in
look
such
cool,
a cool way.
but then
and then tap it
And
anyway?
then at some point he'd go back to pay because he feels bad about it.
When no one's looking, no one
Yeah.
that saw him jump the turnstile, everyone gets on like, man, that guy was cool, and then he runs back.
Or he goes to like the whoever's running that little office and is like, hey, here is enough fares to cover me for the next month. Just don't say anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna always come in here at 2.
Yeah.
And
Just
I'm
let me
always
jump
gonna
it.
I have a reputation to uphold.
Yep.
Yeah.
The last scene is I approach Howard as he is going through the history's most egregious errors section of the library. And I'm like, hey, so what are you reading in book club? And then we do a cut to this little like hangout room where he's taking the shackle off of me, and they're handing out coffee. And Kathy, who he told me about earlier, who makes amazing cupcakes, comes over just going off and about this book that they're reading and how much she loves it. It's the greatest love story ever. And Howard's like, Penny, Kathy, Penny. And I was like, sup? And Kathy's like, he supped me. Just like I always imagined. So apparently they all know me.
Like
and we're very
local
excited
legend.
I'm here. Yep. And
It's the most Penny shit.
yep. And Howard's like, try one of Penny's cupcakes. I promise you won't regret it. And he picks up this amazing looking cupcake, bites into it, and there's like a slight smile. And
All right, you need to be more clear. Define amazing looking cupcake, because I've had some cupcakes that look amazing and aren't.
No,
and I've had
was-
some
and I'm not a
cupcakes that
big-
don't look amazing and are.
outside, listen, the original cupcake boom kind of tricked me. I thought cupcakes were the best thing. They weren't.
Most importantly, what's the frosting ratio on here?
You know he's a weirdo. He likes too much frosting. This is a
No,
bad
No,
I'm
he
not,
doesn't.
actually not.
He's a weirdo
I've
like
s-
you who takes the frosting off.
I've seen
There needs
his
to be balance.
cookies.
There needs to be balance. I believe it was like a chocolate cupcake, but then there was like, it wasn't like grocery store frosting. It seemed like it was like a stronger texture, but then there was like some weird toppings on top of it. It looked
But you're saying there's like a solid inch and a half of frosting on the top.
no. I wouldn't. I would say it's more of a freshly mowed lawn as opposed to outgrown Astroturf. Is that my
You
weird?
don't
Is
grow
that my weird
AstroTurf?
analogy?
Anybody?
Don't-
We're
don't
leaving
let
it
him
be.
know.
We're not talking about it.
I know Astroturf don't grow, but it was the coolest one to say.
Famously.
But it looked like a very tasty cupcake.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed it. It seemed like you smiled at the end of the episode.
Yeah, it was like a little
Now,
subtle smile.
Here's the thing. Were you smiling because the cupcake tasted good or because community tasted good, Mike?
Mike, cupcake. Penny, maybe community.
Maybe community. That the end of the episode?
Yeah, that's it.
The
the end of the
end.
episode.
Join us this Sunday, March 1st at 1 p.m. Central Time. Get your votes in whenever you're listening to this. It'll be up either right now or, within a day. Check back in. We'll post about it. Don't worry if you're in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you want to join us, you can go to patreon.com/popculturerollcall, and you can hang out with us there. Everyone is welcome to vote. But if you do join us for the live stream, you will need to bring your own episode of whatever we find. So I hope you have every streaming service.
Ever.
Actually, it's really just kind of 2 of them.
Yeah.
But we're going to let you figure that out. You give us $1 a month if you want us to figure it out for you.
Cool.
I like the idea that we are now making people's life decisions for them for $1 a month.
I'd pay that.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like, should I quit my job? And like, yes.
Well, that's $1.50. All right, I'm Mike signing off. Left me as always.
It's Dasha.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin.
And right here, right now.
Brian.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at stephenrossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.